In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the idea of a circular economy and kind of unpack that a little bit and tie it into zero waste and individual action. My name is Manuela and I'm the girl gone green. I'm here to spread sustainability and conscious living. If you enjoy this video, click that red subscribe button to get notified when I upload a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share this with your friends and family. Let's grow this green movement. So before I get started, I wanted to share a few resources with you and people who have just really inspired me along the way. And I hope the big takeaway from my videos is to allow yourself to doubt, to question the way our current systems are working, and think creatively to kind of find better solutions. So someone who has really been a huge inspiration to me is Andrea from B0. I had her on the channel. I will link my interview with her down below, as well as her Tedx talk that she did in Aruba, because it touched on the circular economy, and I think she made some really good points that I'll be referencing in this video. So what is the circular economy? I guess the best way to kind of explain it is to create a parallel between that and our current system in nature. So when we look at nature, we're looking at a system that has a great cycle. It's an ecosystem. So let's say we have a plant, and the plant gets energy from the sun, and it grows into this beautiful apple tree. Now, apples fall from the tree, an animal eats that apple, maybe another animal eats that animal, the animal dies, and then its body lays on the ground and slowly decomposes and brings the nutrients back into the soil. Now that soil then builds another tree. So the idea is that all the resources stay in the environment and keep going, and it's just a really good flowing system. Now, us as human, we take a more linear approach. Our system is we take resources from the ground or from wherever, our mines, etc. We make it into something, and then we dispose of it. So the whole point of a circular economy is this theory that we can kind of take all the elements and rethink the way we currently do things. And the only way to do that is to get manufacturers and governments on board to create a different system. Now, there have been some amazing companies that are doing some cool recycling programs, but like I mentioned in my last video, recycling is not the solution. That wasn't my intention to convince you not to recycle. I swear. I really apologize if it came out that way. I was just trying to kind of persuade you to consume less, but I guess it didn't really come out that clearly. So you should still recycle, but the idea is that companies shouldn't just recycle. They should be taking on different approaches to create products that last a little bit longer and that have that end life in mind. So what if our items could not only last longer, but also be broken apart and created into new items? Instead of having to melt them down and extract different materials, what if we could take those materials and use them in the same way, just breaking them apart and unscrewing them to create a new product? So it's this idea of kind of rethinking how things are made and how they are then disposed of later, and how we can design products in a more sustainable manner. So my parents own a home that used to be my grandparents' house, and when we were trying to remodel and revamp this house, we came across a washing machine. Now this washing machine was the washing machine that my mom had when she was young, and so it's probably over 40 years old, and my mom was the youngest of 8 children, so this washing machine was probably doing 2 loads a day for years, and it was still going really strong. Now, it wasn't the most eco-friendly washing machine, and it did take a lot more water than the new, beautiful, efficient ones, but it was a still completely functioning machine. Now, I had grown up replacing my washing machines quite frequently. I felt like in my lifetime, we went through maybe 3 or 4. So how is it that this one machine was still going and it's not becoming obsolete? So what if we could create products that were a little bit more responsible? Maybe we could revamp different systems rather than replacing the whole thing, or lease products and then have those materials go back to the original manufacturer, kind of recreate it and send it back. So the whole idea of circular economy is the idea that we need to rethink how things are being made, how they're being produced, how they're being disposed of, and that companies that create products should be keeping that in mind. They should know the end life of their products, not only to have consumers buy new ones, but to create a more sustainable system. So how can us as consumers have a play and a role in this? And I think that the zero waste movement is a huge stepping stone for this. As consumers, we have a huge power. We have a buying power. Now, we may not control the government, but we control companies, and companies end up controlling the government. So we have a voice that's stronger than you might realize. And I think that by shopping less, consuming more consciously, and buying products from companies that are doing good and from certain things does have a huge impact. And pushing our companies, asking questions. How many of you have ever contacted a company and asked them where they source their materials or what their wages are? You know, a lot of us just don't really care, and I think that we have to instill that habit of being more conscious, of asking these questions, of being like, what's this gonna look like in 10 years? And asking this question to these companies, because if we're asking them, then they're gonna have answers for us. Maybe they're not the most truthful answers, but it will start a conversation. So I hope this encouraged you. Like I said, my videos aren't intended to tell you what to do, but rather encourage you to go out and do your own research, to go out and question things, to go out and really find better solutions, because I believe that we are the generation of changers, and I hope that you watching this will be a part of that, because maybe I'm not the one who's supposed to invent this amazing machine or business that disrupts the whole system, but maybe you are. Maybe you're the person who's gonna create the change. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to have a conversation and to just open this up to more people. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below with some of the companies that you really like supporting and why. I look forward to reading your comments. For now, don't forget to live sustainably and consciously, and I will see you in my next video. Sirens, sirens, sirens. I live right next to a fire station and a hospital, so filming videos is a little bit difficult sometimes.